Hey Virgo, welcome to your November 2020 reading. My name is Shay, and if it don't apply, let it fly. With that, we're gonna go ahead and hop right into your cards. This is a little bit of a serious message. I'm gonna try to make it sound cute and cool, but like it ain't. You may have realized that something isn't going to happen the way that you want it to happen, or that something isn't what it's all cracked up to be. That's what I kept hearing when I was doing these cards. Was just you're coming to a realization and you're almost a little disappointed. Okay, we'll just get into it. So the 10 of water, we have a group of fish, they're all kind of holding each other up for this one purpose. But in reverse, it states that this is not working. They're not sticking. They're not figuring each other out. So this can really signify relationships going down. If you're a part of a big group of people, you may be losing people. If you are in a relationship, there may be some unfaithfulness going on and miscommunication. Miscommunication is really big in your reading. And I feel like your action or the action of another party is causing things, as you know it in regards to your relationships, romantic or not, to fall apart. And then we also have a Libra who also can talk about losing a job or like losing your finances and things of that nature. But he also can represent lack of communication, and that communication not being there between equal parties or whatever the case may be. And then we also have a message from water, and she talks about kind of feeling like a failure, having these dreams and those dreams not becoming reality, or having this idea, this expectation, and then realizing that it's not what it is. And that's what makes me feel like overall, you may have started a relationship with someone, or hell, been in a relationship with someone, and you're realizing that it's not what it's all cracked up to be. It's not what you wanted it to be. It's not what you dreamed it to be. I think you may have put this relationship on a very, very high pedestal, and it's not all of that. If this is not a relationship, this could be a job. This could be a venture, especially with a label. This could be honestly in all areas. I feel like you may be realizing what you really want out of life, and you kind of only figured that out by doing this thing. I feel like some of you may have, and this could be vice versa. This could be someone in your life, but some of you may have blew up a relationship kind of so that you can venture off elsewhere. Maybe you started an argument. Maybe you got into an argument with another person. Maybe there was a large misunderstanding that caused everything to get dismantled. And the only reason why you did it was because you thought that was the right thing. And now that you've done it, it's kind of like, oh, maybe that's not where I want to go. It looked good, but maybe not. And I think that's kind of the overall message, is that you might be a little disappointed. You may not feel 100% sure and certain. And then moving on, we have the 3 of air. Now, this is a card that talks about having went through something traumatic, and now you're kind of in the healing process, but you haven't really all the way kind of stopped feeling that way. Honestly, I think, Virgo, someone out there needs to hear that you do the things you do out of a trauma response. A lot of times you run away from things, or you kind of almost distract yourself from things because you're not actually dealing with the pain that actually has come from whatever it is that you've been through, whatever you've endured. So whether that's running away from partnerships, or situations that are pretty sturdy, or running away from responsibility, things that require you to be grounded, things that require you to be solid. Jobs that restrict you. You may have a tendency to run from things, not because you're unreliable or inconsistent, or which we know, Virgo, not to be whatsoever. It's just maybe just because you are running from some type of pain, some type of hurt. There's trauma there. Okay. Now, again, this may not apply to every Virgo out there, but I feel like this is a message that someone out there needed to hear. So I'm gonna spill it. Period. So that's why I say this is a serious message, because I really do think that some healing needs to occur, Virgo, because you may not have moved about something the right way, or someone may not have moved about something a certain way. Okay, so due to that, you may be making changes. You may be really trying to understand where you're going. I feel like some of you also may have felt stagnant. This is an extra card that came out, the 6 of air. You may have felt stagnant. You may have felt like held back. So that's what made you do the decision that you made, or felt like you needed to fly away because you were feeling like weighed down. That's neither here nor there. But you may be trying to make changes. You may be trying to progress. You may be looking for beauty within yourself, and trying to understand like why you do the things you do, or trying to really dig to the bottom of what's really going on, or what's causing these issues for you. Okay, so that may bring up some agreements, some contracts. Contracts come out a lot in here in this reading. I feel like either you make a verbal contract with someone and you say, hey, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to handle this, or just overall you get an actual physical contract, but there's some type of contract there. So be looking out for that, Virgo, and make sure that it's something that you really want. Maybe this will be your chance to start over. Maybe this will be your chance to make a decision other than the ones you normally make within your relationships and outside of your relationships. Really think through what it is that you want, Virgo, if you're feeling any way but positive, if that makes any sense. Okay, so we're gonna move on to your career and finances cards. Facing your financial fears. Self-explanatory. If you don't feel like you have enough money, if you feel like you know what I'm saying, you could have more, if you're feeling like anything of that nature, look at it. Look at your financial situation. Take the time out to figure out what it is that you need to work on in regards to money, and then try your best to work on it. If nothing else, just be honest with yourself. Don't try to hide anymore. Because again, I think this sense of running away, and I think it might be time to cut that out in all areas. Okay, you may have to actually deal with the situation. Okay, and then we have release jealousy. Okay, so this can go multiple ways. I heard it multiple ways. If you have a tendency to do things because you feel like you're being left behind, stop it. If you have a tendency to do things because you feel like, you're better than that and you should be able to overcome this or that, or you should be able to have this or that because this belongs to you, stop it. Also, if you are around people who display jealous energy, stop that too. Stop dealing with them. I'm gonna tell you why, because it is affecting your abundance. It is a lack mentality. It is a jealousy and envy are a statement of I don't have. So stop expressing that and stop allowing people to project that onto you as well. Because I don't know what it is. It could be this Mercury child and Mars retrogrades and all of this good stuff that's going on. But I feel like there's this energy of jealousy across the board for all of the zodiac signs. There's a lot of I will take this from you energy, well, I want to at least. So I think it's really best to kind of just create, barriers where you can and have those open conversations. Okay, and then luckily we also have raise or promotion. Okay, so congratulations, and increase of your abundance flow awaits you. Okay, positive focus and willingness to take action. Keep up the good work. So essentially, some of you may be getting a new job or a promotion. I mean, that's self-explanatory. Yay. Especially if you have went through this period where you've lost a job. Again, I don't think your cards actually go down to financial issues, but it could for some of you. I just think overall this is more of like an internal thing that you need to work on. Again, you may be coming into a new contract, you may be coming into new partnerships and like seeing different ways of the world, but I think a lot of your work is going to be internal. Okay, so moving on to your love and relationships card for November, you got 3 as well. Reckless came out first. Okay, reckless. Acting recklessly, getting lit, highly volatile relationship / personality. Use precaution and protection. Protection is a big word. It keeps highlighting to me. But you might be wilding. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You might be wilding in your relationships, wilding in your romantic relationships. Again, unfaithfulness came up as well. Some of you may be being unfaithful in a relationship or be around someone who's being unfaithful in a relationship. You may be making a lot of reckless decisions in order to hide from whatever it is really, hurting you on the inside. Because also secrecy came out. Okay, so we have an affair, hiding something, using discretion, surprise, collaborate, protecting, and denying risk. Okay, protecting again came out. So you kind of need to protect yourself. Be very, very careful. Protect, I guess to a degree you do have to protect your secrecy, because you may need to really fix this if you can. An affair also came up. Some of you may be having an affair. Be very, very careful about these things, because honestly, it's reckless. It is reckless. I'm sorry, it's reckless. You got to stop. and more so for your benefit than anybody else's, because like whatever's in the dark always comes to the light. So if you can, if in some way kind of tend to this, that would be your best decision. Okay, and then we also got the document. Okay, so text or email, agreement, letter, separation / divorce, contract, news, legal papers, and proceedings. Okay, so there we go again with that agreement, a contract and things of that nature. Again, there's some type of contract you're going to have to sign, okay, in November, but also separation and divorce comes up. Some of you may be breaking up again. losing something, losing some type of community, losing some type of relationship due to these issues that are going underside. Okay, so let's see if we can give you some positivity. It's a little closing message to see if there's anything we can do. What messages do you have for the zodiac sign Virgo? Okay, so Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Okay. And I don't really have nothing to say to that. I just think it might be time to go within, like we've been talking about all together. I think some of you also may need a teacher, and maybe that's who this person that's coming in, this partner's coming in to work with you. Yeah, so you may need to actually get into some type of teacher. Also, fire and earth may play a big role in your relationships in the month of November. So then we also have warrior woman. Okay, have you answered your deepest calling? There is something, Virgo, again, that you're running from, but it's also something that you need to deal with. And I felt the need to tell somebody that, okay? But that's all I have for you today, Virgo. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it resonated, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below. I love you, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Bye.